Hello friends, and welcome back to Virtual Happy Hour. I don't know what week it is, but we've been doing this for a while. Yes, we have done 80 episodes. I've decided that I am going to significantly cut back on my Virtual Happy Hour frequency after episode 100. So you have basically until August, which just happens to be my birthday month, to enjoy 5 days a week of Virtual Happy Hour, and then I'll probably cut it back to once or twice a week, just for the sake of my liver. Today we are making what I'm calling a Pop My Cherry Margarita. So we are going to need fresh cherries. I have pitted and halved 12 fresh cherries. Do that carefully. I highly recommend this OXO cherry pitter. It is the best thing ever. So efficient if you're planning to make a cherry cobbler or any kind of cherry dessert. Hugely helpful. Other ingredients we're using today: lime juice, simple syrup, reposado tequila. You could also use blanco. I'm using Luxardo maraschino cherry liqueur, but you could go ahead and use Cointreau or an orange liqueur if you don't have maraschino cherry liqueur. Still gonna have the same sort of concept, but a little bit less on the cherry flavor if you don't have that liqueur. So we're gonna go ahead and get started and plop all of our pitted and halved cherries into our cocktail shaker and give it a good muddle. Trying not to splash yourself. My hands are all cherry. I don't want to stain my wood muddler. That is one of the downfalls of a wood muddler, is that if it's unvarnished it can stain, but if it's varnished the varnish can chip off and get into your drink, which you certainly don't want. So in case you weren't tempted by my clickbait in my story this morning promoting today's blog post, I have a follow-up on the Never Have I Ever guy. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, several weeks ago on Bumble, I matched with a guy and we started talking, and he said, "We've met before playing Never Have I Ever, but I'm guessing you'd have to drink more now because that was 10 plus years ago." And then I asked, naturally, didn't remember this guy at all, complete, just nothing, just not ringing a single fucking bell. And I said, well, you know, what was the context? And he said, well, you know the game Never Have I Ever. Yes, I know the game, but I don't remember you. So if you could give me a fucking hint, like let's play a game of Clue. Was it Professor Green in the study with the candelabra? Could you just give me any kind of guidance as to who you are, or where we may have been, or with whom? Nothing. So this is nice and pulpy. I'm gonna get lots of juice. This is going to be frustrating to strain. Just giving you a heads up now. So we're gonna use 1/2 ounce to 3/4 ounce of lime juice. And I didn't get a response from him for like 5 days. And then when he did respond, all he said was, "Hey, obviously I'm not on here very much, so go ahead and text me." But no answer to my question, so the mystery remained completely unsolved. And so obviously I didn't text him because I was like, is this some sort of like masterful gameplay? Like they updated that horrible dating book that was basically the handbook for fuckboys, the game. They've updated it for 2020, and this was like some sort of masterful play that they designed therein. Not sure. So I didn't respond because I wasn't sure that I'd actually ever met this person, and I was just frustrated with the conversation. 1.5 ounces of reposado tequila, 1/2 ounce of Luxardo or Cointreau or orange liqueur if that's what you're using. But then, cut to 2 nights ago, I get a random message request on Facebook Messenger. Guess who it is? Never Have I Ever guy. His opening line, "I found you." Wow, that wasn't creepy, like fucking stalker opening. Yes, you did find me, but you haven't yet found love. Where the fuck did we meet and who was there? So I finally got some clarity on this answer. Apparently we met in either 2000, on my little shorty shorts I got the syrup. I'm gonna do 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, do 3/4 ounce if you want a bit sweeter. So apparently we met in 2007 or 2008, and was with a friend of mine from journalism school who I was quite close with at the time, and she was dating his friend. It was at a house party in Sandy Hill. Still didn't remember this guy. All I can remember is ever being at a house party in Sandy Hill and talking about a paper I had recently written about labiaplasty and policing women's bodies in plastic surgery. Women's studies double major. So yeah, no recollection of this guy. And then he was still keen to go for a drink, and he said, "I'm not sure if you remember, but I'm 6'5". Cool, are you trying to tell me you have a big dick? Because if you're 6'5" and you don't have a big dick, the disappointment is going to be enormous. Like, you're clearly setting the stage here of like, hey, I'm 6'5", I tower over you, come see my cock that's the size of a baby's arm. It better be huge. Like, do not open with that. And also, in my experience, any guy that feels the need to talk up the size of his schlong is usually either terrible in bed or it's not that big. Guys with big dicks don't need to do that because they're alphas. They don't have that beta energy of being like, oh, I have a big dick. It's like, no, like, we'll find out, and you don't need to brag about it. Like, everyone knows. It's the difference between like sales and marketing. Woo! Sweaty. It's humid in here. My sleeve is going nuts. All right, there we go. Let's strain into our rocks glass. Ooh, yeah. Look at that color. Let me add some ice actually, because I don't want to splash myself all over with the cherry juice. Life. You could double strain this, of course. I'm just feeling lazy. So that's the latest. So I do feel relieved that that mystery has been solved, but you know, a little bit, and he's clearly very dedicated, so I don't know if I should be impressed or concerned about that. But let me know, should I be impressed or concerned? Please vote below. Weigh in. Remember, I'm almost 32, so you know, my options are limited, and if it really is that well hung, then it might be worth taking for a ride anyway. Not above it, guys, not above it. Okay, that's all we're getting out of that. I have some little mezcal in this mister because I'm bougie AF, and I'm just gonna mist the top with a bit of mezcal just for a little smoky sensation on the nose. It's really good. Pulp. Really interesting flavor, like you get some of that herbal vegetal component from the agave spirit and the nice smokiness from the mezcal in the nose. We're just gonna garnish with one cherry with the stem on. Just sort of plop it in there. Cheers! I'll see you tomorrow for Canada Day, and I'm gonna be posting earlier in the day because I know you're gonna be drinking, and I wanna make sure that you've got your taste and tipple fix for the day.